Yeah. Alright, so we're starting the West Coast Trail. This is the very beginning. This is where we're all fresh and happy faced.
Well,
this is where we're all fresh. You can see the ocean off to the side there. Just climbed up our first ladder. It's really hard to see with video here. And as you can see, this is not the most straightforward trail. Oh goodness. So stay tuned. Okay, so our first stop is Thrasher Cove Campground.
yeah.
I'm on a video. And we have 6 kilometers to go, 5 kilometers, and then another kilometer down to the beach where we camp. We've been hiking for like 10 minutes and it's tiring, but really beautiful. You say hi?
Hello.
I don't know if it's showing you, but
Probably half my face.
so, ow!
Right?
Yeah, there's a lot of sticky, pokey thingies.
A stick?
Yeah, that's what they call them. All right.
10 minutes in, we're already delirious.
So, walking through a rainforest. There's of course a lot of green. And look at all these roots to trip us up. Oh look, we go that way.
Problem.
And now we're going to get right into another one. They say that the ladders lose their cool effect after a while because there's so many. And I can see why, because you're going down this one and right back up these. Alright, we reached the exact halfway point to Thrasher Cove from the start at Gordon River. This is a donkey engine.
Yeah, I think so.
And we stopped for lunch. And now we're heading this way. We have reached our first destination, Thrasher Cove. And Matt has found little fishies. This is Thrasher Cove. It's a gorgeous day. The campground's right through there. We're just doing some exploring right now. Saw some river otter tracks. Now we just need to see the river otter. And here we are. Thrasher Cove. Alright, so we're just leaving Thrasher Cove, and our next stop is Camper Bay, which is 9 kilometers from here. This is our hardest part. Not right here, because we're climbing over bus-sized boulders apparently. What do you think of climbing over bus-sized boulders?
I'm just gonna call Miss Frazzle.
So, walking along the beach, pretty day. Here we are on the beach. Oh my God, there's a bear! Go away, bear. He's eating something, so we need to get past him. What do we do?
Offer up a sacrifice?
Alright, we're heading to Owen Point. No more bears, hopefully. Thankfully, we've gotten past some of the rocks. There probably is more on the horizon. But now it's just nice beach. And Matt. So, this is day 2 at the West Coast Trail. This is Owen Point, where you need, for obvious reasons, the tide to be quite low to pass. We're waiting another couple of minutes, maybe 10-20 minutes before we can walk through here. Or more likely what we're going to do is we're going to wade through here. And I just fell. That was painful. That just shows how quickly it can happen. Luckily I'm okay. Phone's okay, we're all good. Woo! Because what I was trying to show you is there's some seals, or sea lions, bathing themselves over there. Right there. Welcome to Owen Point. It's very slippery. Owen Point. And our first sea lions of the trip. There they are. Look at that guy. So fat. That one sees me. Oh, now he's looking away. So we're past Owen Point now, and we're walking along the kind of looks smoother area of the West Coast. We're probably a good 5-6 kilometers away from Camper's Bay still, our final destination. And we got these little surge channels and we have to hop across. There's some cool tide pools that have been left behind, so it's got like a bustle of activity. It's kind of what I think Matt was looking at there. It's just, this is just a really cool experience. I don't think you can have experience like this anywhere else, so far I am having an amazing time, and I think Matt is too, or at least I hope he is. It's like, look at that. Listen to that. Here's one of the tide pools I was talking about. Lots of wildlife and fishes and hermit crabs in there. Lots to see. Alright, so we've moved off the beach. And now we have about 3 kilometers inland to go until we get to Camper's Bay. We just got off the beach, you can hear the ocean in the background. And now there's a bunch of boardwalks, which I'm okay with because that makes it for easy hiking. And it smells really nice. Better than that fishy smell we were smelling before. Next stop is Campers Bay. We are about 1 kilometer past Camper Bay. Our next objective is, what was our next objective?
Carmanah, I think.
Carmanah Point. So it was going to be originally Walbrun or something along those lines, but we decided to try to finish this a little quicker than possible or than before. So we're going to do 18 kilometers today, hopefully. So from Campers Bay to this point, it was pretty uphill. A few ladders. One ladder is one ladder too many. Isn't that right?
Oh yeah.
Where are you? And so, here we go. So this next part to Walburn is not on any beaches, just in the forest, as you can see. And then after that, we'll be going on the beach again. Okay, so we're about 4 kilometers into our day. Feels more like 10. And we are at what seems like a million bazillion ladders. There's like 3 up there as well. What do you think of the ladders? Alright, let's get going. Portion. And we're now heading towards Logan Creek, walking through some marshland. This area changes from one ecosystem to the other pretty quickly. So we're on some rickety old boardwalks, making our way. See. Another bluebird day. Enjoy it while it lasts. Our last few days here are supposed to be pretty cold. Pretty rainy. Oh goodness. I think these boardwalks are as old as the trail itself. Actually, these boardwalks are good compared to some of the other stuff we've seen.
This is new.
This is cool. Here we are, just at a lookout point here. And then off in the distance, you can see a bald eagle resting up. All majestic and stuff. This is a nice little reprieve from all the forest. Alright, we have reached Logan Creek and our first suspension bridge. All you have to do is go down a really high ladder. All the way down. Down another ladder. look too sturdy. That's okay. And then get the suspension bridge. Reaching the end of the day for this hike. We made it to Carmanah Creek. Right over there. It's kind of hard to see. Carmanah Point. One of the only wooden working lighthouses out there today. Or something like that. And this is what we have to look at right now. It's getting close. The tide is at its lowest right now. And, well, soon anyway. Or it was at its lowest, now it's starting to go back up. Its highest will be around 8 p.m. tonight. You can see our campground about 500 meters ahead of us. It too seems to be overrun by seagulls. Have to chase them all away. Okay, this is us going across the cable car. That's got it.
It literally does get more and more difficult as we go. Yeah, because hiking 18 kilometers in a day wasn't enough.
It had to end this way. It was that kind of day.
Yep.
Can you hold on to it?
No, I was taking a breath. Rest.
It is not even 6:30 in the morning, and it's dark because we are leaving really early to catch the tide today. Can't even really see where I'm going here. Promise you I'm going somewhere. So we're just leaving Carmanah Bay, or Carmanah Creek, I guess. Just passing the lighthouse. You can keep going. Can't even see you anyway. And our next stop is going to be Sisiat Falls, which is a 21-kilometer hike. So wish us luck. What?
Everything that's jumping around here, these are all tiny crabs.
That's crazy. All these things you see jumping are crabs. And those are sea lions. Up in the distance. You can hear them more than you can see them. They really are quite obnoxious sounding. Okay, so we're about 12? No. How far away are we from the campground?
11, I think.
About 11 kilometers from our next stop. Right now we are just coming off the beach. You wouldn't know it because it looks like we're kind of going back onto the beach. We are entering it's a sand dune restoration area. See the sand dunes here? And we keep on going this way. You can see the fog coming in. That's an indication that the weather's gonna change. Hello?
Hello.
Am I pointing it at you? So, let's keep going. This is, so far, the easiest part of the trail, by far. It's like a walk in the park. We just passed kilometer 36. We're in the, and I'm gonna butcher this, the Did Not Reserve. Shut up. So, we're just hiking along now. Getting ready to go to the crab shack. You excited for the crab shack? I'm excited for the crab shack. And in a little bit, we'll be crossing the ferry. No, we'll be using the ferry to cross the river. We won't be crossing the ferry. That makes no sense. In the meantime, we will enjoy these gorgeous views and the easy walking because our feet are tired after rushing this morning at 5:45. All right, we've passed the crab shack. We have much fuller bellies. We're much happier. And now we've crossed the river via ferry. And we are heading to our final destination, which is Susiet Falls. Another 7 kilometers away. Trail's a bit slippery right now. I'm not too sure why, since it hasn't rained in a long time here. But the fog does that, causes all the condensation. And the crab was delicious. And I don't even like crab. Did you like the crab?
I did.
And then there was also delicious baked potato, fully loaded of course. Matt had his coffee. We're doing good. And then it's a little foggy still, but not too bad. All right, we're about 2 kilometers, maybe less, right? Yep. From Susiet Falls Campground. The fog is starting to clear finally. You can see it off ominously in the distance here. It's kind of cool. And we've decided to walk the beach for the remaining 2 kilometers or so. Maybe 1.5. Let's say 1.5 to make ourselves feel better. This is not a bad view at all. And of course, like with anywhere, there are as many seagulls. We've done 19 kilometers. It'll be 21 by the time we're finished. So it'll be nice to be done. Rest our feet a bit. We are at Susiet Falls Campground. And you can see why it's named Susiet Falls.
Why?
Ocean's just on the other side here. Fog's coming in again, but no worries. Our campground's set up over there. Having a lunch break. Pretty nice. Well, the fog cleared, and as we thought, it brought in tons of rain. So we're gonna have a very rainy day. Yeah. How do you feel? He's not there. I've lost him. He's just looking at the map. We gotta keep a close eye on the map with the tides and everything like that. But if you listen to that, nothing but rain. So on this rainy day, we are about 300 meters, 400 meters from Susiat Falls, just leaving. And we are now headed to Michigan Creek, our next campground, which is 13 kilometers away. A much shorter day than our last two, which is good because of the rain. What do you think of the rain? He's lying. So, I know that this path's been a little rough and this video is a little shaky, but you try walking in this while watching a video at the same time. Whee! See, little slip right there. So, they say the rest of it's supposed to be a little easier than what we did before. We shall see. Oh, look at that. Some cedar for Matt. You see it?
Yeah.
Smells really good. And there's a bit of construction going on, which thank goodness for that, with all the boardwalks that are out and down and messed up. So this is yet another cable car. I don't think we can ford this river. Looks like we're gonna have to take it. Off in that little corner right there, there's a campsite, looks like, for some of the construction workers. Nature at its finest. Here comes our noble steed. Wish us luck. Beach walking in the rain. Sounds about as pleasant as it is. But honestly, I feel like this is part of the West Coast Trail experience. I'm kind of enjoying it. Besides, it's not raining too hard anymore. Who needs white tropical sand when you can have this? Saw a few more bear prints. Don't listen to the locals because there are bears around here. I think the locals are trying to kill us. Fun fact. This is the part of the trail where you have to be on the beach. Because otherwise, when it's raining, there's really no point. There's not much for views. And to be honest, these rocks right here that we could be walking on to make it a little easier are very slippery. But this is our only option. So this is the way we will go. A little wet still. If anything, it's getting more wet. Funny how rain does that. We're about 4 kilometers from Michigan Creek. We could have done beach walk kind of around here, but we decided why walk in wet sand when you can walk in wet muck. That's kind of where we would have been walking, so we're basically just walking right alongside it. No big change. I'm enjoying myself. I think this is kind of awesome. I don't think Matt agrees. We're absolutely soaked and it just keeps coming down harder. But it's an experience. It's the West Coast experience, like I've said. And we want sunshine the whole time anyway. This is our last beach walk on the West Coast Trail. About 1 kilometer or so to our final campground, Michigan Creek. This is what it looks like when the tide's fairly high. Water gets over the shelf here. This is where we came from. This is Matt.
In case you haven't noticed.
And this is going to be our last night out on the trail. Last time listening to the sound of the ocean waves. Can't see it yet, but Pachena Point, the second lighthouse along the trail, is off over there. And that's where we'll be going tomorrow before we get to the end of the trail. So it's the last day. I'm inside my tent packing up, and I get greeted with this little surprise. A slug is trying to get in our tent. Actually, he's making his way to my boot. Good morning to you too, slug. Right. Today, drum roll, is our last day of the West Coast Trail. And she's a muddy one. Puddle after puddle. Muck after muck. We are going from Michigan Point to Pachena Bay, North Trailhead, where we'll catch a shuttle bus and it'll take us to a shower, of which we can't smell each other, but we're both fairly certain is overdue.
No, you smell like roses.
That's right, I smell like roses. It's a bit foggy, but luckily it's not raining quite yet. Forecast says some light showers, so we'll see what happens. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes though when it's not raining. Had to climb out of our campsite at Michigan Creek until it flattened out like what you're seeing now. we're heading towards Pachena Point Lighthouse. So we'll catch up then. We took a quick turn here, about 2 kilometers past the campsite. Going up this boardwalk, we are going to the lighthouse. Woo! If I don't slip first. All visitors must sign in. We got a little garden here. There's the lighthouse over there. And that's signing in. I signed into the other one, so.
I'm just curious to see how far people have traveled to hike this. Cool.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Pretty far.
Yeah.
Indonesia, Bali.
Wow. Where's that? Oh, wow. Cool.
This is the Pachena Point Lighthouse. Pachena Point Lighthouse.
What is it?
It's the Pachena Point Lighthouse. It's a heritage lighthouse. Built in 1907. And this is the land that surrounds it. And this is how foggy it is. The ocean's out there, believe it or not. You can kind of see it here. What do you think?
It's phenomenal.
Alright, that's the Pachena Point Lighthouse. What is it?
I don't know. I forgot. Pachena Point Lighthouse.
You got somebody else's house over there. People live here all year round. You're not allowed to go into their houses though. Don't know why. They get touchy about that apparently. This is Sea Lion Rock. And these are sea lions. There's some in the water too, if you look closely. They're hard to see though. This guy right here is posing for us. Fabulous. All right. We have 4 kilometers left on the trail. Most of it has been not too shabby, but every now and again we're hit one of these hills. So we've got about 8 kilometers today. It's 12 kilometers from that campground to our objective, Pachena Bay. So far, no more snakes have crawled over my boot. Because yes, that's a thing that happened. Every hill feels way harder than it actually is just because our energy is spent. But on the plus side, still no rain.
Now you said it.
All right, boys and girls, there it is, Pachena Bay. We're not quite there yet. We're probably about 1 kilometer away, give or take. On this trail, it's usually give. So this is going to be one of my last videos of the West Coast Trail. That is if Matt can get me off the trail. But warm food and a shower does sound nice, so the last of this trail has been pretty easy, save for a few uphills and downhills. I don't want to go. Do you want to go?
A little bit.
Some of us enjoyed this more than others.
A little bit.
It's one of the first times along the trail that we've been able to see the ocean again. Mostly it's just been like this. Looks like we're headed for another downhill. Got a few more bridges to knock out before we finish. And then that's it. That's all she wrote. So here it is. This is the trailhead for Pachena Bay. And we have successfully completed the West Coast Trail. Pop out of here. And this is the check-in point, where Matt and I have already checked in. Apparently there was a bear about 2 minutes before we came. I don't know if that's good timing or bad timing. I guess you'd have to ask my mom. 75 kilometers. Yay or nay to the West Coast Trail? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up?
2 thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up too.